What's up, nerds? Welcome to the League Finals, Open League Finals for the Lincoln Pass Randomizer League Season 5, Game 2 between Farm Friends and Great Pending. My name is Tyler Salt. I'm joined in the booth by my partner in crime, Dapper Wormman. Dapper, how are you today?
Oh, I am doing great. This, as you said, is the Open League Grand Finals game of the series. It is, of course, best of 5. So, what do we got today? Great Name Pending is up by 1 game here, 1-0 against Farm Friends. And stay tuned, because in about a couple hours, we're going to have the 3rd game as well. So we could see Great Name Pending going home with the trophy today, or we could see Farm Friends, tying it up and then maybe taking a 2-1 lead, or maybe just not ending the series yet today. But today we've got Hard Randomizer. What can we expect in Hard Randomizer, Tyler?
We've got the hard item pool, so no swords other than tempered. Ooh, we've got green pendant, eastern, blue pendant, desert, and a blue crystal at Tower of Hera today. So hard item pool means we've got no more than tempered sword, no male upgrades, and a cap of 13 or 14 hearts, whichever it is, and a couple other things that we will address when we get to them. But of course, also, we got some Randomizer. We got Randomizer, we got Enemy Shuffle, and we have Boss Shuffle, which is one of my favorite modes for sure. I know it's a pretty polarizing mode in the community. People either really love Randomizer or really hate it. I'm a big fan. How about you?
I do like watching the overworld Randomizers, or the enemies be shuffled. And I do like watching the runners drop into a boss that they're not prepared to beat. They don't have the equipment or whatever. So we did get some bombs in the tree pull by that Uncle Start on top life side, and did not continue into escape. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna checked out our lumberjack tree. There was nothing there, and there was no ruby crab. It was a little blue beetle, so we can't even see what the blue what the rupee crabs are handing out today. Get 20 bucks there in Lost Woods. That's nice to get going to the Kakariko.
Oh yeah, outside Kakariko Village is great. So if you bring the fish to the bottle vendor, he just gives you a whole bunch of resources: 8 bombs, 20 rupees, a bunch of arrows, a full magic. So if you can get a fish in or near Kakariko, that's a great find early on in Randomizer.
Yeah, there was one in the little screen by the little lake, and then there was one also in that screen right before Kakariko, where you normally have those guards, those 3 guards hanging out. So that'll be really nice. Hopefully these players remember that. That's a pretty big. I mean, it's kind of niche sometimes.
Here's another one right outside.
Yeah,
but next to that red guard, maybe a little bit too risky to pick up that fish and lower your speed a little bit. It's not just about rupees, right? It's about the bombs and the full magic.
Now Scruff does have 4 bombs, so does Top Life.
Yeah, it's not critical in this seed, but something to look out for if you are an Randomizer player. I noticed that there's bombos in a Blind's Hut, along with a full heart and some more bombs. And another piece of heart. I noticed you specifically said that you like watching Randomizer, and in particular, I assume that means that you're not a big fan of playing it.
Oh, I'll play just about everything, but I like more basic things that don't just like one-shot you in an overworld screen. You get like a spike roller or something coming out of a bush or something like that.
I love Randomizer. I think it is about, Randomizer is about staying on your toes and reacting to situations and using your resources effectively.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I love it, love to watch it, love to play it, and screw the haters is what I say. But yeah, banger MSQ from Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna here, the Super Mario RPG. Ooh, and the OK Boomerang! Let's go.
All right, yeah, and chat pointing out, but from Jocelyn Sauce there, we got that Bombos, which is great in Randomizer seeds. You talk about resource management. If you can get a bunch of magic, you can just use Bombos when you have the ability to do that in some
what a boring chicken hut. 3 vanilla chickens, come on. Is it even Randomizer if you don't get 4 red guards in there?
I mean, what's under the pot? Are we going to free the cuckoo from that pot and see what's under there? I doubt it.
Oh, guess not. Probably not. I gotta give this MSU. The soundtrack of this game is so good. All right, so not a ton in Kakariko Village. Bombos is nice eventually. You know, like a good boomerang. Everybody knows I'm a big fan of the red boomerang. Your mileage may vary, but yeah, Kakariko Kak skippers very much in array.
Nobody skips Kakariko. You just put it off or delay it.
My understanding was, I'm surprised Scruff is there. My understanding is that everyone on Farm Friends is a dirty Kak skipper.
It's the first place he went.
It is the first place he went. I'm surprised about that, is what I'm saying. Ooh,
I guess it's the second place he went.
Yeah.
Or Top Life doing the blind check here, and then gonna have to go back. The Walk of Shame.
Yeah. As we do get the flippers on race game. I don't like finding flippers this early, right? It gives you like, first of all, it is nice to be able to swim properly, because fake flippering in Randomizer is very dangerous. But we don't have any rupees, and I don't want to go up to Zora without Zora money, you know. So and flippers without a glove, flippers is logical access there. So
yeah, it's a little bit scary because when you have you don't have the flippers and you want to route in those out of logic checks, you don't really mind skipping something out that's out of logic. But when you get flippers, you want to do all the logical things because you don't want to leave something behind that has just opened up. That would now be a Sphere 2 location, as we do get a nice bow, which is a pretty nice weapon to have. It's a ranged weapon, obviously.
Sure. Weapons are good.
And that so we don't have that. Oh, we do have that boomerang on Top Life side. That'll be nice for stunning enemies.
Yeah. Sakura Swarm in chat. Does this Randomizer also include boss shuffle? Sure does. It is a full boss shuffle, which means that we are guaranteed to have one of every boss in the pool, plus a duplicate of 3 bosses. So one boss in each of the regular dungeons, plus an additional boss representing the Gens Tower bosses.
Yeah, think of it like the vanilla game where you get yeah, you might. Trinex on Ice, yeah. Yeah, just like in the original game where there's the 3 Light World dungeon bosses are duplicated in Ganon's Tower. We're not necessarily going to get the Light World or the Pendant dungeon bosses duplicated here in this seed. But do you want to see Trinex on Ice? I'm sure
Absolutely
chat does.
Not. Absolutely not. I wouldn't wish Ice Trinex on anybody. I have lost way too many Week 7 League matches to Ice Trinex and Ice Trinex alone to wish that on anybody.
Yeah, we did get a cape here in Mini Moldorm Cave, or I guess it was Mini Helma Cave today. Oh wow, a mimic there. Yeah, that is it's just funny because that mimic was doing well. It was mimicking Scruff's right there.
God, Randomizer's so good.
Yeah, these screens are very very dodgy. So glad we have the real flippers instead of the fake flippers today.
If you're fake flippering and you get hit once while you are in the water, you almost always will get soft locked. So it can be very difficult to deal with. So nice to have the real flippers this early. See a little bit of divergence. Top Life going to Ice Rod Cave first, and Scruff taking the swim up to see the man under the bridge. Not much going on there.
So Top Life has managed to get full magic here. Scruff has not run across that big magic yet, but that's not a huge thing. You know, we talked about dropping that fish off, but we've got bombs and everything here. Scruff now making his way to Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah, you saw Top Life throw the fish into the water, hoping that would do something, but unfortunately it does not. We'll see if Top Life... Yeah, Top Life is going up to Hobo.
So one of the things in this mode is you kind of want to do a little bit of overworld checking before you maybe think about going into dungeons. Dungeons don't have any extra items in them. They've got the normal amount from a normal open mode, but since those enemies can those bosses can show up in most of the arenas, you know, you're going to want to find your hook shot before going into a really long dungeon that might have Argus at the end if you don't know. However, ooh, there's a nice flute.
That's what those flippers were for.
Yeah, clearly. And now we're going to go up the mountain eventually. That's a pretty nice find. To go back to what I was saying, the compasses in each dungeon, you're going to have to find the compass, and then it will actually allow you to see what the boss is by using the map inside of the dungeon itself. So we're going to have a little bit of heads up. That's a nice feature that was added, I think, about a year ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe around then.
Yeah, year or so. I think it was in place for League last season, but not much before that.
Right, League was about a year ago that it ended. So here we are.
Imagine that.
A year later in the finals here.
Scruff accompanying this overload music with some duding.
Yeah, we're going to have to be inside that little fenced-in area where that weather vane is. So is that a duck right there, or is that like a flying chicken? What is that?
Doesn't look like a duck to me.
Almost looks like a woodpecker or something. But it's some sort of bird, and a duck comes out, and now we can fly around the world at our beck and call here.
And go rescue the old man, maybe? Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot open on the mountain, but Flute's a pretty big sign that we are going to have something up here. There's actually only one item we can get up on top, one item we can see, and then one item we can get here out of Logic. So Top Life just a little bit behind, but I think is up basically by that quick trip to Uncle at the beginning of the seed. So not really behind, because Scruff will probably do that at some point.
Yeah. Top Life not going up the mountain. Those dark rooms can be pretty iffy in Randomizer. That one, the old man was nice to us today.
Yeah, you can have like Lionels or Beamos in there, but I guess it was just some kind enemies today. And $300, not a bad reward for taking the old man to his home. And will we talk to Saha and find out the green pendant? I think we already know what it is. So no,
we already know. It is Vanilla Eastern. Saha with a bunch of garbage. Ooh!
There's some boots on top. Are we just going to find Mir here? And it's just like easy access?
But we get powder.
All right, 2 scoutable items. Love to see that. Now we're going to take the walk in here. I don't know, you know, maybe hindsight's 2020, but if I'm coming up here and there's only one item and I just got the flute, I'm probably just walking in and checking it blind anyway, like you do with race game. But it is a little bit more of a time investment, and it's sometimes can't be anything. So it's a pretty quick check. Sometimes I play a little fast and loose with the rules of rando. But we get Top Life going into Pendant Eastern Palace. You know, I don't have enough items. I don't really care. It's a pendant anyway. I do have this bow, though. The bow is going to put some of these rooms in Logic. Without a fire source, though, it actually won't be.
Yeah, one of the other differences in Randomizer is going to come up here in Eastern Palace, where normally in the 2 rooms before Armos Knights, you have the red Igors that you need to kill with the bow before you can move on. Randomizer will guarantee that any room where you need to kill all of the enemies to proceed, you don't need any Y button items to do it. So there will be no enemies like, for instance, red Igors or red Mimics. Those are the 2 big ones. where the bow is required to beat it. We see a Mothula in Eastern Palace, so we can just beat this.
Yeah, I mean, we have to get back there. I don't know. I don't
Actually,
think
do
bow
we have
actually.
anything that can?
No.
No, we don't have anything. That
Oh,
can beat Mothula.
that blue cane on top
Burna
left side could, yes.
Well, Burna would damage, but I don't think the arrows hurt Moth.
No, they do not. And Top Life misses that. Gonna have to use pot strats. I think the kill rooms, they assume you have bombs, so that is a Y item technically.
There's
and there's a hook shot.
That's what
more
we're in
access
here
on the
for.
mountain. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, as during chat saying, I don't think that Burna is like will last long enough to beat Mothula.
Yeah, it basically does like a fighter sword.
Oh, that'll help though.
Oh wow! Now that back room's going to be in logic actually. So we've got 2 items and a big key and a compass, and I think with that fire, yeah. Now with this advanced logic, we light this up. Oh my god!
We have that fire rod. Oh, Randomizer's so good.
Yeah. Now you got to find the enemy you got to kill. Oh, okay,
nice.
great. It's the mini Moldorm. Great.
Oh god,
I mean,
this great.
We'll see. Scruff doesn't have any magic, and he's in here. That's going to be a little bit tricky getting into that room and finding the
that's
enemy.
a good point, because there is no magic in this dungeon.
There is one, but it is in
one?
that dark room.
Oh, in that room
on the way to the.
That's going to be difficult.
The key door.
So
maybe he'll get lucky with an item drop or something.
Yeah, might be. Top Life in a good position here. Scruff will likely not be able to beat Moth here without that magic.
This is a pendant, though.
It is just a green pendant. That's right. So it might not matter in the end.
Yeah, I like Top Life's decision here to skip out on the chest that you need the lamp for, and see if we can get. Now it's 8 fire rod shots, right? So it's going to be very careful.
So yeah, he's got to nail this basically.
Luckily, there are no spikes in this room to negate any damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there down goes Moth.
Exactly 8. Scruff's a little upset to see what he's going to do. We get not our 3rd item, but we do get
third item is over here. This can be a very tricky dark room in Randomizer because there isn't a ton of room to maneuver. So we'll see if Scruff can make it through. We don't see any of the enemies. Looks like there was a crab in there, but I think he's doing okay.
He did get a little bit of magic, so he will be able to light the torch if he chooses to go to the boss room.
Very difficult to deal with. Redguard trying to stun him. Oh, and he just got it.
Oh, there's another enemy in there though. And Saha turn in
with half a heart.
Saha turn in is just red 20 today.
All right. So if Scruff just barely makes it through that dark room.
Okay, how's he gonna? Oh, it's Randomizer, so we're not gonna.
It's Randomizer.
Anti-fairies.
There are no anti-fairies in here. You don't need a damage boost. Just a piece of heart. So neither runner punished by not being able to full clear this dungeon.
A nice heads up there. Like Scruff knows that it hurts to not kill the moth and get the green pendant turn in because he's right there. But he also knows that he doesn't have magic. So good heads up awareness of his situation and saying I'm not going to go back there and then find out I can't beat moth when I get.
And knows that it's only one item, right? That Moth himself is going to have the map, and there's only the item on green pendant. So a little time save.
So what are we going to get over here? A little bit of Dark World access. We don't even have Glove, Hammer, or Moon Pearl yet. So we're looking for everything.
Yeah. We got a cape, though.
Oh, yeah. Aga is still on the table. We did see the Lumberjack check, so we're not going to have to beat Aga unless it is our Dark World access today. And for that, we're going to need a sword and the lamp to put that in logic. There's a hammer. Now we can get into Hera.
Hera's good.
I don't know if Top Life is going to get this because he picked up the heart while it was in the air. Oh, he did get it. Okay.
He did get it, yeah.
Okay, I would suspect that first we got to get out of the way of this fire bar, and Top Life's almost definitely going to go into Crystal Hera. Oh no, dropping down.
Ooh, this
Okay.
is a choice that I do not agree with.
Now he hasn't been to Spectacle Rock, so that is.
Oh, I suppose that's true, but also
something.
no mirror. So I think there's no reason to not do Hera here before Spiral Cave. I think that I don't get it.
I agree with that. It might have been a little brain fart, or just saying I'm going to full clear this and then walk back up, and I can guarantee to get everything on the mountain in a quote unquote more efficient manner.
I suppose.
So we're going to have Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna in a little bit of a lead here on the way to the first crystal in this seed. And was that bombs? Nothing in Spiral Cave today. I mean, if it's a sword or something that allows you to beat an enemy in this dungeon you normally wouldn't be able to, then that would have been a nice find. So, you know,
That's
maybe
true.
a little bit of full clearing before dungeon diving, like we talked about, could be basis for that. You know, it's not a huge time loss, and he now doesn't have to orphan the inside of Spectacle Rock, which he would not be able to see.
We got a cold stare up there.
And Scruff again doesn't have magic.
Not enough magic.
So he's going to need to find a sword or a full magic to be able to use all 8 shots of that fire rod to get the cold stare down, out of its shell. Man, I'm wondering if finding magic somewhere would have been.
Scruff, just kill the guard. You have a hammer.
It's been a while since I've done this setup. I think he needs to have a couple of frames of that.
It's
a couple of pixels.
pixel.
There it is.
Yeah.
But the guard is there in the way, so kill the guard. No, he's just going to climb now.
Scruff,
I guess
you
we
have
got
the hammer.
big key.
Kill the guard.
Yeah. Wow.
You forgot he had the hammer, maybe. You just got it. Top Life doing the newest Herapot setup, one that I have switched to entirely, which the butt blast for booty blast. I hate both of those names, but
I've never heard
they
it.
are accurate.
It's very quick because you don't have to do any pause buffers. So
And it is not unlike a couple of the other setups. It is not sub-pixel dependent. If you do the setup, you will get it.
You will get it unless you've messed it up some other way with an item drop or a flying enemy or something like that. Okay, key in the big chest, and there is a glove.
Ooh.
Simultaneous gloves there on both sides of your screen. Different runners that are still both gray.
I do not think that he's gonna find any. Top Life wants no. Top Life fell looked like wants no part of cold stare this early. Just gonna put it off, take that glove, and head elsewhere.
Okay, so that was one item in Hera.
I believe so. Yeah, because the compass and there's half magic on Desert Ledge. The compass.
Oh, that'd be nice for both runners.
Big key were on the first floor. Scruff, you're not gonna. I don't think you're finding magic in here.
There's
bud.
no magic in here now.
Oh, but you know where there is magic? In the basement.
That is true. Is that worth it? It could also be the item down there. So you go down there, get the magic, and there's a little one. So he'll have to pick up the little one first, and then fire both torches, and then pick up the full refill, and then decide whether or not to climb back up and kill Cold Stare.
Yeah. All right, Top Life. Ooh, and Scruff missing the coffee break. We do get some good boomerang action though. Top Life's gonna give us our first look at Back of Escape. Looks like there's a Lionel there, but pretty harmless one.
Harmless Lionel cave, huh?
Harmless Lionel cave. Lionel way. Ooh, there's the mirror in the Back of Escape.
Okay, that's access to boots, and Top Life must know about those boots then.
Top Life does not know about those boots. I think he did not scout it. Because if he did know about those boots, I bet he would be headed there right now. And instead, he is going to the front of Escape.
Okay, that's interesting to have done Spiral Cave in order to get the Spectacle Rock Cave, and then not even scouted another maybe just a brain fart or one of those things you forget you think you've done it, and a
Oh,
Moon
and there's
Pearl
the Moon
in the
Pearl!
basement of Hera.
Wow, that's Dark World access for Scruff. That's rough. That's rough. Although the mirror makes it like the mirror makes it not that bad to get back.
Yeah, but you want to do all the other stuff. Like he's going to farm Zora money and stuff before he goes back to Hera for one item that possibly is on the boss, and he doesn't.
But
want
it's
to do the
not
boss.
one item. He's got the mirror. It's 3 items, right? Because
That is true.
He hasn't looked at either of the Spec Rock items yet.
If he gets the sword, it's going to be a pretty easy decision to go back up because he's got Bombos and Fire Rod.
Right. So
and it's a crystal.
The sword makes that a lot easier to deal with. Scruff gonna give Cold Stare a try here. This is a tough fight.
Oh, okay,
with...
Spike Roller, just right there. Thank you.
Great.
Yeah, he's got to hit all 8 Fire Rod shots to break the shell, and then he's only going to have Hammer.
Yeah.
No sword or anything to be the boss. And by the way, this isn't an item, so he could be doing this later, like on the way to Ganon's tower. But he's here now, so let's do it.
I don't think there's any reason. You have the hook shot so early. Just leave this and do it before GT.
Yeah, and you're going to have... It's not swordless Randomizer, right? You're going to have, like,
no, you're
maybe hopefully tempered sword by that time.
You're going to have, yeah, at least 2, probably.
You don't know if he's going to get the mirror. He might not know if he's going to get the mirror, but still, it's a little detour on the way. But he's making really good work of it so far, just not getting hit here.
One-hit KO mode from the puffs, though. Those puffs do 4 hearts of damage on green mail. And there it is,
okay.
yeah.
Now just leave.
I suppose I respect giving it a shot. But yeah, now you just go.
I guess he's going back for Spiral Cave here.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And now we're going into Dark Cross. I did not see what was an escape. I was just had my eyes glued right on Mr. Scruff.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was much. That's a fun room.
He had to have been counting items in Hera. But, you know, you're right there. Give it the old college try. Fortunately, did not work out for him, so it's still 0-0 on the crystal count today.
Yeah. And takes a death there in Dark Cross, unfortunately. Cheers to Slowpoke, who's tracking for us today, who confirms that just health and the small key in the front of escape.
Okay, so there's something in Dark Cross still that we haven't seen.
Have we not seen Have we seen the map?
Top Life's been to the front and back of escape, so I would assume if we had seen the map, he would be going back into Dark Cross, which he wasn't doing. Now going back to Dark Cross from the back.
Map was in the back, apparently.
Yeah, so we got the map, we got the key. There's going to be an item. There's no big key in, or there's no compass in Hyrule Escape, and the big key's always on the ball and chain guard in the back that you've seen in this mode. But Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna could be our first runner into Dark World here. Will not have that mirror, so routing's going to be a little different than when Top Life eventually.
Imagine not doing the back of escape.
Oh, is that where it was? Yeah, that's a pretty quick one to do, especially when you get gloves.
All right.
I also like doing Hyde
red
Cave
crystals
first,
at Meyer and TR, and our other pendant at Ice Palace. Nice roller.
Yeah. Skullwoods is a crystal today, but we don't have a sword, so we can't even get back to the boss room there and beat whatever is in Moth's room. But we can go 3 checks Village of Outcasts, and Thieves Town is here as well.
Top Knife getting those extremely precious 10 arrows from Mitts and chest game.
Those are really nice. Those are going to be really nice for Top Life, though, because with Mir, the Smith chain is going to be really easy to do if he decides to do that. I would suspect we're going to go into Thieves Town here, and we should talk about Thieves Town. Since it is boss randomizer, we do not need to open the floor in the attic in Thieves Town, and we can just go to the boss room as we get a nice ice rod there.
Nice
so now
rod.
Trinex, if we find
Yeah.
it, is killable.
And
Oh,
Trinex
that's
could
like
be almost anywhere.
no Scruff. Oh my gosh.
Those are some scary rollers that actually are not dangerous at all. That's fantastic.
Yeah, he's got Kate, but has no magic, so that was a little scary. So yeah, we could just go to the boss room in.
Mail upgrade. Could have been the mirror shield, I suppose.
In Thieves' Town.
Right.
Let's see if Scruff goes into there.
Yeah. In fact, we can kill every boss in theory.
Oh, that's very interesting because you rarely get that this early
At least, yeah.
Randomizer mode.
Could have been silvers too. That's right. We'll see if Top Life goes back into Tower of Hera here. He's gonna need to. There aren't that many more. Oh no, Scruff, please.
Oh no.
There aren't that many more spots for Top Life to go. It's this or Zora, I think. Or the Eastern Palace big key chest, but that's not in logic without the lamp.
Maybe Agina? I don't know if we've seen.
Oh no, we haven't seen Agina yet. Yeah. Top is gonna get the boots here.
Oh, I think he did because you said there was half magic on Desert Ledge. You said earlier.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Top Life jumping in here and getting the whatever it was down here in Spec Rock Cave, which it was the powder. That's right. Well, so we have Magic Bat as well.
Yeah, it's another thing Scruff hasn't done yet.
Oh, yep. So Top Life, unfortunately, is fortunately for Top Life has the boots. Unfortunately, gonna be missing that Moon Pearl in Hera Basement. So both of our runners missing something pretty important. Top Life is gonna make it. I would say who gets what first, but Top Life is gonna get that Moon Pearl before Scruff gets the mirror and back of escape.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think where Scruff is going to end his route, where he'd have to save and quit because he doesn't have the mirror. And at that point, he probably realizes, oh, I missed back of escape.
And where he's going to end his route is Pod, right? Like, Pod is full clearable at this point, and it's a crystal. And so he's going to do the whole Dark World loop unless something weird happens. But, you know, Top Life's going to run out of checks here pretty quickly.
Yeah, we see Top Life avoiding Hera there, which kind of makes sense because now he doesn't have full magic, so Cold Stare isn't really a great option. But, you know, if he'd made the gamble to go into the basement, he would have
he's going back.
been rewarded.
He's doing
Zora.
Now. Top Life could have gotten a full magic from the tree in Lost Woods, but that's a lot of time investment.
Right. I mean, that Cold Stare fight is not easy, as we saw on Scruff's side. So Scruff, I guess, wants to full clear the back of Thieves' Town and remembers he doesn't have to break that attic. He didn't go into the boss room, though. He wants to get the items.
Worst possible thing, yeah, as Cross Saves is putting it in chat, I think the worst possible thing Top Life could get here is a lamp.
Well, he wouldn't go in Aga Tower because he doesn't have a sword to be able to get to the Aga room.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point.
The Aga boss is not randomized, and there's a curtain like there is in the back of Skullwoods to get to Aga.
Yeah.
1.
If Blind is in Thieves' Town, then he will be there. You still do not need to rescue the maiden.
Yeah, and it'll be the toughest blind fight of your life because it won't be on script as well. He starts in the bad position and you're at the bottom.
All right, Top Life is headed up to Hera. Now, nice, since Top Life doesn't have full magic here, it's actually pretty nice that he'll go to the basement before trying Cold Stare, which is what he needs to do. So this is actually pretty fortunate for Top Life because he doesn't have enough magic to kill Cold Stare at this point. So it's
like the most convenient Hera basement item you've ever seen, because
Yeah.
both runners are going to go there specifically because they need the magic to beat the boss.
Right.
But you did have to climb to get the small key, so it's
That's true.
it's kind of a dumb layout.
Scruff gets the other boomerang in the big chest of Thieves Town, but we already have the red one, so who cares?
Yeah, have we seen what boss this is going to be in Thieves Town?
We have not.
You must just say, well, I've got all the items.
Or we've got the compass. And it's Zarmos Knights. We can do that.
Yeah, or the compass is laying here when we defeat Armos. So Scruff on his second crystal boss. Gonna be his first crystal if he can get this down.
Unfortunately, the shape of the room may be throwing off his muscle memory a little bit, but there we go.
And a nice little 10 arrow rebate for your troubles. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna gets that first crystal down, and is reminded that in Bossomizer, the prize drops in the middle of the room.
Yes.
And Top Life gets that second item out of Hera, has full Dark World access now. Well, not full, but he has Dark World access and is going to head out. And I think even though Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna's got a crystal, Top Life's got a little bit of a lead here because you have that mirror going into Dark World. That's a huge advantage.
Mirror is in back of Escape.
Interesting, both runners taking the long way around and going into the Village of Outcast area first.
And also Scruff not interested in a Skull Woods dip without a sword.
Yeah, and there's only 2 items in Skullwoods too, still, and
right.
You know, they could just be in the back. We do have access to the back, but it's a long walk without the ability to beat the boss back there.
Cross Dave's making a good point. For Spike Cave is in Logic, and neither of our runners did that.
Oh, interesting. Okay, Top Life going into the front of Skull Woods here. Like I said, 2 items. Could be hidden, could be really accessible in the beginning. Let's see.
Would you say... Oh, there's 1 item right away. So, but it's just money. So we continue on. We'll see whether Skull Woods has the goods today.
Yeah, Skull Woods might have the goods.
Tell you what doesn't have the goods is Stumpy, just a piece of heart. So Scruff picking up the Smith, so probably committing to not going to pod here, which I suppose makes sense. Now that I think about it, you've got the hammer, you've got a glove, you've got the flute. The easiest way to pod is just going to be to flute to 5 and go that way. Probably planning to save and quit here, either from Hype Cave or do a Pyramid Ledge to Catfish play.
Yeah, and with the flute, turning in the Smith in the Light World is pretty easy. This keeps his options open. If he decides he wants to continue to pod, he can just do that, and the Smith will disappear eventually.
Well, we got all kinds of coins now, all 3 of them.
And a nice book, which is Scruff's access to Desert Palace, although Top Life will have access to that when he goes to Village of Outcasts, considering he's got the mitts. He will have the mitts and the mirror here. Going into the back of Skull Woods for some reason, forgetting that there is a curtain in the back.
Not gonna be able to do this.
Let's see how far he gets before he realizes it. It's not the room before the boss.
Oh, you can hook shot in that room. I'm an idiot. Of course you can hook shot in that room.
One trick I like to do is, and I think only silvers kill those mummies there. One thing I like to do if I need magic is you grab the chest, the 2 pots on the top, and then you hook shot to the right and get the magic that's on the bottom right in that room. Okay, so we're going up and reading the pedestal with the Smith. I hope we can get into this room, or this screen.
Top Life.
All right, sad face in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sad face.
Sad face.
What was that on pedestal?
Just a piece of heart.
Okay, Pet is dead. Don't worry, we still got a good race going on. You can still stay tuned.
I was gonna SpeedGaming chat just out once Pet is dead. Everybody leaves.
Okay, but there is an item back here that we can get when he returns from bunny form to link
Well-
form, and it's the compass today. So at least we know now that it's
Oh,
Moldorm in the back.
Boo. Moldorm doesn't do very well on conveyor belts, but everybody's hoping for a helicopter there.
I wonder if Top Life has been playing or watching a lot of Swordless lately, because in Swordless that curtain is cut. I know the Invitational League Game 4 yesterday was Swordless. It was
Swordless.
I'm not going to say what happened because that does not affect here. If you're maybe a day behind on your VODs, go back and watch it. It was, what was it? Dante and Ganon's Gone Wild.
That's correct.
Pretty good race.
It was a good race, so go watch that
Yeah.
if you have not. Some hype commentary on that race by Drossi and Fear Agent, who I believe are both in chat. Great job to you gents calling that race.
Yeah, commentary just as good as the execution by the runners, I would say. It was top tier on all runs. And the tracking was well done as well.
S tier for everybody. All right, Scruff giving us our first look into Desert Palace here. Just walking in rather than using... Oh, he doesn't have the mirror yet.
Yeah, he does have the mirror.
Yeah.
And I believe the second item is going to be behind the big key or on Moth. And the big key or the item's going to be on, well, I say Moth, but it's Moldorm today. The
Right.
boss in Moth's arena in Skullwoods, because Top Life did all the checks. So either miscounted, getting flustered by, that detour into the back of Skullwoods, or looking for that second item. We get our big key in the middle map chest in Desert. This is a pendant as well. And there's a compass, but we cannot get that on Scruff's side. He does not have the boots. The boots are on top of Spectacle Rock. Mir is in the back of Escape today.
Top Life giving us a look at Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb. Ooh.
Okay, fetch quest. So Scruff is going to go to the back first. Maybe the item is on, maybe one of the items is on the boss, and he can nope out of the right side at some point. Half magic going to be really nice, especially if it's like another cold stare. Or Trinex, because
or Trinex, yeah.
Low percent Trinex, not fun. Oh,
Not
he's going to go to the right side first.
Makes sense with Landmo being up, or with the Desert Palace boss being a pendant and not knowing what it is yet.
Oh, right, it is a pendant, so he might not want to beat it at all. I said that, and then it just didn't register in my brain.
Nice big spike there. Scruff did not check any of this North Dark World stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't have the mirror, so it's a little tough to orphan some of that.
Interesting. Did Top Left check Bumper Cave? I didn't see it.
Yeah, he did. It was bombs.
Okay.
These are not enemies you want to see when you don't have a nice sword. Scruff is singing the song of his people before hammering that last Pokemon. Okay, there's an item on pendant, whatever it is, in Landmo's arena, and he's gonna have to walk out instead of taking like a death warp here. Or maybe he death warps. Those guys hit pretty hard. Top Life finds those mitts in Village of Outcasts. Oh, he's just gonna run out and go into Agina Cave here.
Yeah, this not even checking what the boss is, doesn't care.
Well, he can't get the compass because it's on the torch.
Oh, it comes on the torch. Oh, okay.
We'll see if Top Life decides to skip out back of Thieves Town or not. That's going to be a big time save if he does, because that's something Scruff did and only got a indeterminate amount of usefulness of blue boomerang from it.
Oh no, dead rocked.
Dead rocks. Worst enemies.
Just use the powder on it.
Yeah. And
There you
we get a little knowledge check there. There is a anti-fairy in that little pot, so you can turn that into a real fairy.
All right, Scruff walking back out of Agina, gonna flute here. And headed.
I mean, every time he flutes and doesn't Save and quit. It's another time he's not going to get the mirror. And
Yeah,
Nagin is a great place to be saving and quitting from because it's a long walk out.
Yeah.
And we are going to need that mirror today because Swamp Palace is a crystal today. And it also gives us access to boots, which, check me if I'm wrong, but the boots let us go faster than not having the boots.
Yes. Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
I had to think about it for a second, but yes, running faster than walking, correct. And Top Life has had those boots for about 15 minutes now. And Top Life is going to skip out on the back of Thieves Town, at least for now. I think it is. Doesn't really matter, actually. I was about, is it faster doing it first or not? But I don't think it matters.
It's sort of a left side swamp conundrum. You know, it's faster to not ever do it. But
that is true. That is true.
I think it is still faster to do it the vanilla way if you're planning on doing it. Just as in left side swamp, if you do it first before going to the boss and don't have to go back in, that is the faster way. But now that each runner has one crystal,
yeah.
We're trying to get to 7, trying to get to Ganon's Tower. So it's pretty close game right now. As we're getting new information, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna is in Palace of Darkness. Okay, that spike roller now is pissing off because it clearly is spawning right in the place where it's just going to guaranteed hit the runners coming out of that brewery. Fortunately, you only need to go in the brewery once, so it's fine.
At least a relatively quick dig game just for 20 bucks. I do not believe we have gotten any items in pod yet. I believe it has been all keys. Top Life going to be able to turn in this Smith a little bit faster with that mirror. Oh, we got a heart? Okay, we got a heart in the vanilla big key chest. Cool. All right, so we got one non-key, one non-small key here left in the front of pod.
Top Life's also going to be able to conveniently grab the purple chest on his way down to the Swamp Palace area, which he will have the option to go into Swamp because he's got the Flipper's Mirror, Hammer, and Hookshot.
Now, doesn't have that book. Where was the book?
That was in Hype Cave, so it's a real quick detour. And that other non-key item in Palace of Darkness is sword number 1 at 47 minutes.
Hey, there we go. We like a sword.
Does Scruff do hammer pegs there?
What a roller here. This room, it's hard for Randomizer to make this room worse. This is one of my least favorite words in rooms in the game, but that's significantly worse than normal.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
All right, here we go. Oh,
Just
there's the classic big spike.
Oh,
but it's stuck. It's
that's
stuck.
So weird.
So lucky.
He does have the cape. Hasn't been like equipping it or anything, even just like menuing to it. Is this a new check, I believe, Magic Bat here? No, Scruff must have done this after Smith. I'm now remembering it was red.
There's our big key in pod, fire rod locked. We got 2 keys here at this point, so there is nothing in Hera Basement, or excuse me, nothing in Harmless Hellway. There was definitely something in Hera Basement with the Moon Pearl there. And that Harmless Hellway might not be all that harmless anyway. That mirror is in the back of Escape, if you can believe that. Scruff has not been there yet.
Yeah, the glove and the hammer and the moon pearl are all sort of in the same area.
Yeah.
Glove and Moon Pearl were actually in Hera. You had to climb, get your glove and your key, and then go back into the basement of Hera to get your Moon Pearl. And Hammer was the access to that on the right side of Death Mountain. Scruff doing a pretty good job in this dark maze, as we see there's going to be a Vitreous upcoming.
You don't love that. We got a bow.
Yeah.
That makes it slightly easier, but Fighter's Sword Vidi is no fun.
I mean, he does have 30 arrows.
Yeah.
So it's okay. The problem with this arena, with the the Helmasaur arena, is all those spikes that can sometimes negate the damage that you do to the big eyeball. And no mirror, so we're going to have to Death Warp out. And we're getting pretty close to Top Life turning in that purple chest.
Oh no, he's leaving the chest. What is he going to do? He's going to do a glitch. It's going to be fine.
Oh yeah, and Azure in chat helping me out. I guess I misspoke about the Vitreous doesn't get the damage negated as we get the 3 bombs there on the purple chest, so not a big deal. Sometimes it'll mess up how Vitreous reacts to sometimes it gets blown back all the way to the top of the room, but with those spikes it'll not get pushed back as far, and then you'll be on 1 heart and it'll jump right at you. So
Top Life.
Definitely. Oh yeah, got a mirror here. Pull the dam.
Top Life, of course, which we didn't think about, has got a full clearable swamp here as well.
Oh yeah, this is definitely part of the plan, I would say.
So both of our runners headed towards crystal number 2. When the heck is Scruff gonna get to the back escape?
The short answer is I hope right after pod, because there's no way to like leave this efficiently when you have full Dark World access. You can just go anywhere else. So, wow, this is a mess of a room. So that medallion, that Bombos medallion, coming in handy because now we have the sword, and you can activate the medallions with the sword.
Yep.
Okay, I did see
a good point here. Sorry, Top Life in swamp before Hype Cave, which is definitely a choice. Oh,
yeah.
Jesus, look at this hallway.
Wow. I mean, Scruff got a preview of this when he was doing the U room, so he saw what was over there. And I think someone said there was a Wall Master in there, but looks like he's going to get through it without a problem.
Gonna soften up the small eyeballs with bombs.
Okay, got to be a little bit careful here on green mail. No safeties. I think it's almost time to start using bombs or arrows.
Try red eyes. Try Visine.
We'll see if we can get Ben Stein on the next match for this finals.
Win Ben Stein's rupees. Oh, it's Clear Eyes. Dang it. Not Visine. Oh well.
Ben Stein's map today gives us our second crystal.
Yeah, this stream not sponsored by any products. It is supported by viewers like you.
Yeah, and if you like watching A Link to the Past Randomizer, there's another match coming up in just about an hour. It is Game 3 of this series matchup between Farm Friends and Great Name Pending. It could decide. Yeah. And SpeedGaming also puts on daily and weekly Sunday races. So the daily race today is at a time that I wrote down and couldn't find. I think it's 8:10 tonight, 7 or 8 tonight Eastern, and it's Inverted Flute Key Sanity.
Oh boy.
Really fun mode. That'll be on SpeedGaming, I believe, but there's a few network channels on SpeedGaming that they do those dailies on. SpeedGaming's 1 through 6, maybe a little bit more than that sometimes.
Scruff gonna take that sword off to the Mothula spot, while we saw that Top Life is headed towards a Trinex fight here in Swamp.
Okay, hammer Trinex, no sword. You can do on fighter sword, you can spin and hit Trinex. It's a little bit slower,
and not a full magic bar, by the way.
And not a half magic bar. He knows where half magic is.
Gonna be gotta hit these rod shots. It is 5 hammer hits, just the same as tempered sword damage. Nicely done there on the firehead.
Yeah, the orange firehead. Now we go to the red ice head. And worth noting that when we are not in Trinex's arena, the ice floor will not spawn, so he can take his time and just make sure he gets those fire rod shots in on the ice head, which he's doing now. Oh, missed a couple, so he's only gotten 2 hits. I think he's got to get 3 out of the next 6 opportunities here.
Maybe 1 more shot here. I do not think he has another fire rod shot here.
I think he's got 1 more. He
don't.
needs to make this work.
He does. Okay. Oh, and he takes a death.
Oh, that is rough. And now no magic, so you don't really want to go back.
Yeah. Now you have to go back. Now you have to leave and come back later.
He knows where half magic is.
He does.
Would have been nice to get that.
Unfortunately, going to be an extra trip through Swamp Palace, which is going to, I think, pull this race a little bit closer, given that mirror advantage, or Top Life had a significant advantage having that mirror, which is now, I don't know about gone necessarily, but is significantly diminished.
Yeah, and the trip into the room that Scruff is in right now did not help that either.
That's true too. Love the bunny sprite of the SMB1 Goomba.
Okay, Top Life now should have the book. We're gonna go and what was this, Moldorm here?
Moldorm, yeah, and Moldorm is not really any trouble anywhere. Ooh, 6 eyes. Let's go. Or no, that's more than 6. I can't. That's 7 eyes.
I think that's 7.
That's 7 eyes. Let's go. Moldorm, as you can see, has a little
one
bit of
less
trouble.
than.
A little bit of trouble with the conveyor belts.
Okay, there's that big key, and then the second item is going to be in the big chest. Yes. Now, Top Life going to Pod and doesn't have any money and doesn't, or excuse me, any magic and doesn't have a lamp, so going to have a little bit of fun in the dark rooms.
Yep. We'll get a sword though.
Yeah, he will. Won't have any magic to use that Bombos medallion.
Unfortunately.
There might be item drops that enemies dropping some magic.
Yeah. The drop pool, drop pools have not been.
I don't know. I can't
helpful.
Believe he's not getting the.
Yeah, I agree. A little surprising that he hasn't checked the mire area. I guess you got all 3 medallions, so it's less interesting. Maybe less important to get it right now, but it does know that half magic is there. That's pretty nice, but is going to take that mirror into Pod. Going to have a little bit of a nicer time routing in here with that mirror. Will be rewarded with a sword.
Yeah, I'd like the Mire check. You get to the medallion check. You get the 2 items in Mire Shed. You get the checkerboard, and you get the half magic that is sitting there.
Yeah.
Unless that was Scruff that checked it, but I don't think it was, because he grabbed it when he went into desert. Especially in a boss shuffle where you could run across an enemy that requires magic that isn't in a dungeon that expects to be giving you a lot of magic.
Yeah, maybe holding off, hoping for Samaria, but.
Okay, what's over here? Is it a medallion or something?
No, we got all the medallions.
Oh, I see that, yeah. We are looking for what Cane of Samaria for Gomo?
Cane of Samaria for Gomo and another sword, and that's it. Scruff,
Okay.
of course, needs the mirror. Lamp is needed logically, but meh.
And Top Left going in here doesn't know if this is like another Trinex in the back of
Right.
pod as well. So not to like hammer that
Or
home
another
too
cold
much,
stare
but
for that matter.
like a known
Oh,
magic.
and a full magic
There
drop
we
off
go.
the rat. Let's go. Never.
Oh no! And that was the
no.
sword. He's not on the bowlock side. You've got to go back, right? Because it
you
could be a
gotta
big key.
yeah.
So unfortunate death, but
I thought Scruff. Oh, he doesn't have the mirror, so there's nothing else that he can do up there. Unfortunately, Scruff was going up to check bumper ledge, and I was like, oh, he's going to be able to do, he's going to pull this in with back of escape. But of course, the mirror is there, and you can't get there. So.
yeah, I mean, he just has seemed to have written that location off. As more and more time goes by, and you've skipped, a certain sphere of location, you just say, well, now if there's something big there, I've lost. I don't know if that's always the best strategy, but that's what you see a lot of people do sometimes. And you gotta tap A real quick before getting through there. You see that a lot with like Agina. It's very out of the way.
Yeah.
And if my opponent wasted the time to go over there and check that, then good for them.
So be it. Yeah.
Back of escape is all very quick, and it's 3 items, so that's not really the exact strategy we're probably seeing here. But he hasn't been into front or back of escape. He's only done the uncle, and that was at the very beginning of the game.
He hasn't even done that.
He hasn't even done that? Oh, yeah, top life today. You're right. Maybe he's trying to find the mirror before going to pyramid in front of escape. But like you can check the back without really a big problem.
Yeah. Oh, he's headed into Ice Palace. Pendant Ice before the back of escape.
Well, if we're looking for Kane of Samaria, the Kane loves to hang out here in Pendant Ice Palace.
It sure does. Confirmation bias or whatever, but still.
Well, it was there in the last seed I played, so of course it's there all the time now.
Was it in the Icebreaker chest?
It was in Freezor chest.
Yeah, that's less interesting.
Still not as good. Still have to do bomb jump. So we're gonna see a bomb jump today if Scruff is intending on beating the boss here. However, if we find Kane right here, he's not gonna have to go any farther into this dungeon. Or he will. He'll be looking for mirror.
He'll be looking for mirror though. Yeah.
So there's plenty of chests that are not locked behind the red cane. In fact, I don't think any of the chests are. Only the boss could theoretically be.
Yeah, that's correct.
In some seeds.
And only if the boss has a small key.
One thing we didn't talk about is where these teams came from. I know that Farm Friends is actually the #1 or the higher seed in this matchup. So this mode was picked today by Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna. They went 10-4 in Eastern Palace Division. They were #1 in their division, and I think #3 in their conference. Whereas Top Life and Great Name Pending, they were 8-6 and had to play through the wildcard round. They had a couple of series go to 5 games. They got through those. They've made it. They actually went 3-0 in their last series in the conference finals, and now these teams are matched up, and it's the first to 3 wins. And Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna got to make that crystal switch blue and go over here and do your bomb jump.
In proper sports, people often talk about momentum, right? And about how it's I think a pretty common situation to think that, or argument that you see, that maybe a team that has had to play more games, that has had to, in the playoffs, had to play through that wild card round, might have an advantage over a team that had a bye. I don't know that that's true in Rando, but at any rate.
Yeah, there's not a lot of. Oh, excuse me, Great Name Penny went 10-4. Oh, they also went 10-4.
At any rate.
Yeah, thank you for that, Wheeler J. Bradley. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of home court advantage in Rando. You know, you're sitting at home anyway. But maybe you pick a mode if you're the upper seed, as Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna is here, that you think your opponent is not as well versed in, or something you just have an advantage in, something you like to do. You like to do those low percent hard Randomizer fights or something like that. You know, whatever the case may be. You know, look for some sort of advantage, but there's not a lot there. There's a lot of different strategies and things. Routing decisions. Oh, we get a nice anti-fairy there, and there's or excuse me, that was a there's a bunny beam under that one.
Yeah, no, I mean there was an anti-fairy and then the bunny beam.
Yeah, a little 2-for-1 there.
Very hard trick there, Scruff remembering to pull the tongue. That's, I believe, 2 items out of here. Neither of them is anything.
And we've checked Ped, right? It's not the red cane.
That's correct. Yeah, so we don't need the pendant here. Top Life being a little bit riskier now, switching to bombs here. I think that on fighters, like bombs don't do much damage against the small eyes, but it is way safer. It's a nice way to soften up the boss before, so you don't have to waste all your arrows as well. But well done. Here.
You want to make sure you have 8 arrows to kill the big eye here. There are other ways to kill the big eye, but that is fastest. And there you see that kickback, not going back as far as you would normally expect with those spikes. And nice job there. And item drops in the middle.
That is crystal number 2 for Top Life.
Yeah, they've both done the same crystals now. Each runner has gone onto a crystal boss that they were not able to beat. As we get our possibly 3rd item, looks like we're going to have to go beat the boss to get the 3rd item. Nice. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna tried to beat Cold Stare at Tower of Hera, and it was a valiant effort but failed. And Top Life did try to beat Trinex in Swamp Palace, and
it was a valiant effort but failed.
It was also a valiant effort. Yeah, did skip on left side Swamp, I believe. So that is another thing.
Correct.
That could draw Top Life back there when they do eventually go, maybe make that Hail Mary play. Now, you know. They don't know if they're ahead or behind, but both runners probably not feeling great about dying on a crystal boss.
Has Scruff checked the map? Do we know what boss this is here in Ice Palace?
No, I don't think it's worth it to check.
The compass was in Ice T.
Yeah, so. I don't think it's worth to check when you have all the equipment to beat all the bosses. You just decide if you want to beat it or not, and then go in and do it. It might help you prepare or something, but he's filled up his hearts.
And it is an Argus here, so we're going to do some fighter sword spins. Life doing what Scruff did right after finding that sword in Palace of Darkness and heading right to the back of Skull Woods. We'll do this again. Top Life now has made it to, I think, has tried to go to 2 crystal bosses and failed to beat them. Not just the Trinex here, but did make a trip here in Skull Woods to the back and didn't have a sword. Scruff using the fire rod here. Going to take down Argus. That's crystal number 4 for Mr. Scruff Ninja.
Oh, this is a pendant.
Oh, no, it is a pendant, but there's a lamp. That's right. I forgot it was a pendant.
Not required today. But I mean, you know, it helps, but it's not required.
It's logically required and always helps in Randomizer. Is this the back of Escape? It is!
Yeah, and now he'll be able to do the middle of Escape as well if the key shows up Which I think the
And a
key
lamp.
might have been in the front, to be honest. I would suspect he would go immediately for Swamp Palace after getting this mirror.
I think he's gonna get his boots first.
Oh, that's a good plan. Yeah, no key and a slash rage there. Not going for the boots, going directly for Crystal Swamp Palace.
Scruff, please.
I mean, I think that specifically in Swamp, the time to climb up the mountain and get the boots is the same, but he's got so much more of the game that you just get them eventually. Maybe he's going to combo that with Dark World, but, you know, maybe he hopes to be in go mode by the time he goes up and gets the boots and goes into Turtle Rock, which is one of our crystals today.
I suppose that's true. And yeah, Scruff finding that mirror is my saltiest moment of the match.
Yeah, I'd be pretty salty. So you're going to probably see him skip a lot of those earlier spheres now. He's just going to say, well, if that was here and Kane was in the front of Escape, then that's bad. So I'm just going to skip the front of Escape for the rest of this game. Start checking things that this mirror unlocks. Maybe Mitts and mirror checks. Because we haven't even seen the Misery Mire area from Top Life side, even though he's had the access to that since about 35 minutes.
This is a really interesting race because frankly I have no idea who is ahead at all.
Yeah, it'd be a lot more clear if Top Life had beaten Swamp Palace when he was here.
Top Life now headed to Dark Death Mountain. What is Hard Randomizer? Hard Randomizer, we got enemy shuffle, we got boss shuffle. Hard refers not to the enemy shuffle or boss shuffle, but to the item pool. About what items are available. So there's no gold sword, there's no mail upgrades. You have a cap at 13 or 14 hearts. Yeah,
and the enemy shuffle does not include Aga 1 and Aga 2, so those are the same, and of course Ganon, but all the enemies in Ganon's Tower are also part of that shuffling, so there's 13 boss rooms in the game, and we're going to have 3 repeats and 10, so 10 plus the 3 repeats. The repeats could, by the way, both be in Ganon's Tower.
That's correct.
We'll have to be keeping track and figuring out what is going to be where, but we can beat all the bosses with all the equipment on both sides of the screen. So not too many worries about being in pseudo go mode at this point.
Yeah, all we're looking for is the King of Samaria and another sword.
Oh, we're going to get left side swamp from Scruff.
Ooh, this is spicy. Always, when one rider does it, the other doesn't. Nice mimic.
And a nice arrow. Nothing up there on the mountain. And Top Life is not going to continue on. The other choice would be to go into Hera, but there's no item on the boss, and then possibly do Spike Cave, which I don't believe either runner has done yet.
That's correct. Neither runner has done Spike Cave.
That would have been nice for...
Does need to be, I think, a pixel further to the left, dropping that bomb. I don't think this is going to work. Oh, nope. There we go.
Spike Cave would have been nice for Scruff to do if he got boots right when he got the mirror there. I don't know what his magic situation or he has the cape.
Yeah.
That would have been a nice thing to pair together. But here we are in Mr. Mire area. Mire Shed, nothing great today. So some pretty hype checks coming up. We've got the Red Cane in Checkerboard Cave. Is that go mode for Top Life? No, it's not. He's going to need another sword.
And just a bottle on left side swamp, so no need to do those. I think with that, I think at this point, Top Life. Oh man, I was gonna say Top Life is ahead, but I don't know.
I mean, the one thing he has to do is go back and do Go Mode Swamp. It's not even Go Mode Swamp. It's like go to the boss room because he's already checked all the things, and he's going to ignore the left side of Swamp now that he has that. He's not going to go Pendant Ice. Like he's done. No, he's going to have a lot. He's
not going to get that lamp either. And there are, you know, like I guess Meyer Basement now is the only room where not having the lamp is going to be a really big deal.
Yeah, but now he's only going to be on green mail, but he does have 12 hearts. Meyer Basement in the dark.
Magic before coming in here. That's wild to me.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts too. Maybe he just forgot. Maybe it's one of those things like it's not a progressive item. I'm going to mark it off my tracker. I've definitely done that before with maybe a bottle or a mail upgrade or something.
Does not have enough magic for Trinex.
But he does have a bottle. I'm not sure what's in them.
I don't think anything is in those bottles.
There is a little secret room here. I don't think it has any. It might have two little magics.
I thought it was all hearts. And even if it's two little magic, that's not enough.
Right. That's going to feel bad. It's definitely going to give Top Life a lot of time back if he's not able to beat Trinex here. There's a secret room in this bombable area too. No one ever goes in there except in pot shuffle. Okay, we're gonna see what it is today. We're gonna see what the vanilla items in this room are.
Okay, yeah, so there are two little magics. That's not enough.
I think he's got 6 or 7 shots now, because with half magic it'll use not an 1/8 of a bar but a 16th.
Okay.
So he's got to be pretty good.
Barely got enough.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get 2 and 3 hits, and then I think you might have room for like 1 extra hit. Oh, that's not good. That's not a good.
Any misses are bad. That's 2 misses right there. This is over. All right, well, that evens things up significantly. Both of our runners are going to need to make another dip into Swamp Palace to beat Trinex.
Yeah, I would think, considering Viziermeyer is a crystal, Scruff should be going to 6 very soon. Maybe he goes in and beats Trinex first.
I think Scruff is going to go in and beat Trinex right away here.
Yeah, he's got the mirror portal there, so it'll save a little bit of time instead of coming back later. So not a bad idea. Looking for another sword. Oh, and of course the big key here in Viziermeyer. Top Life has gotten that big key. He's going to head back to the boss room.
Did we see both items in here?
I was very intent on watching Scruff and his magic consumption. Heads up by Scruff on picking up a bomb so you don't actually go through the mirror portal. If you're carrying an item like a bush or something like that, you actually won't access the mirror portal you have laying there. Something you see in cross keys a lot, not too much in these regular open modes.
Yeah, this is really the only spot where that happens in non-entrance. All right, this room is just hard in the dark. Doesn't get made any harder by Randomizer.
Yeah, there's no enemies in that particular room. They're all the Medusas that fire things, as opposed to like the BMOs in other rooms, which get randomized. These rooms can be kind of tricky. He's got the cape.
That's a flying skull there. Those things hit like Mack trucks.
I would say just bombos now, just to get that done, or ether, whatever kills him faster.
But he's past it.
Oh, and Scruff did not open the big chest. I don't know if we got the big key. It must be on the boss.
I don't think we've gotten the big key yet. Of course, the chances of being able to do spooky in Randomizer very low.
Yeah, that spike is randomized. I have
gotten lucky with that before, though.
Oh, and by the way, Scruff still no boots. Knows where they are. Just does not have
no boots. And can get them now with the mirror.
Yeah, he's been able to get them for quite a while.
Oh, what a rude room here in Mire.
Okay, got to hit this crystal switch.
Do you try to get this anti-fairy here? Ooh, these guys have hearts. That's great. That's a good drop.
Where's the anti-fairy? You mean reset the room and come back?
No, yeah, there was one bouncing down in the left-hand side, but unfortunately, no. Oh, and a rude spark here.
What a mean spark. Use the cape. Use the cape. Oh, okay.
Oh no! This is a tough fight too.
Yeah.
You have to use Samaria strats here.
Just wait for him to come down. Exactly.
Red Cane was in Checkerboard Cave. All right, that's one down on Blind and phase one down on Trinex. Gonna need a couple hammer hits here. 5 of them or so. Burn a strats on Blind. Down goes Trinex for Struff. Nice fight.
We're gonna get a sword dropping from one of these bosses, maybe.
Maybe. Down goes Blind as well. There's bottle number 3 and a crystal for Scruff and a sword from Vinny at 1 hour and 19 minutes and 56 seconds. Top Life is in go mode.
Yeah, let's do a little reset here. We got Tower Repair. That's pretty quick. He's got to go back and beat Trinex. He's just beaten Mizumar, and he's going to have to go through Turtle Rock in go mode, true go mode, whereas Scruff is going to have to, he's already done Swamp, but he's going to have to go through Misery Mire. So I would say Top Life has a little bit of a lead here, considering Scruff still needs to find that Red Cane and then go through Mire, find the big key and all that. Top Life not picking up half magic.
Amazing. What a gamer.
That's definitely just clicking it off the tracker or putting it out of your mind when you
half magic is so good in Randomizer.
Yeah, like, specifically in Randomizer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Cape or something, or an unnecessary medallion. Like if Bombos wasn't a requirement and you knew that and you still saw it, you would still grab it in Randomizer, just in case a room gets super hairy.
Drossi making a good point. Master Sword Silverless with no lamp and no half magic.
Oh yeah, and then especially in hard item pool when you know you're not getting silvers, like half magic is huge.
It's huge.
And he's only got one bottle and must have just filled it up. I would assume it's a blue or green.
Yeah, and if he uses it here in Swamp on Trinex, he'll go fill it up again, I'm sure.
Yeah, we know he's going to get a second bottle with a fairy.
Second bottle here.
Trinex here.
But can only afford one blue potion. Only at 276 rupees. Could get a balloon of green. That would be fine.
So does he remember that and get it on his way back to the top of the tower, or does he run across a tempered sword and maybe even gold? Tempered and gold effectively the same in the phases of Ganon.
No gold sword in hard
magic.
No gold sword in hard item pool. Yeah.
Yeah, Top Life is, of course, skipped left side swamp here, not gone into Ice Palace, as you can see. That's something that Scruff did and got him the lamp. Top Life saving all the magic he can and doing the vanilla way here. He's not flooded the room because he went through the other way. But definitely wanting to save magic.
You sometimes, you can always use bombs for Diver Down, but
right.
It is, I think, very reasonable to not do Diver Down in Randomizer, but at the same time, Top Life has been through that room, right? Because sometimes there are enemies in that room that prevent you from doing Diver Down. So
yeah, and of course, as Chad pointed out, we don't need to go open the chest, so we're just going up here anyway.
Yeah.
I believe it is faster to do Diver Down because that would be the NMG strat if it was allowed, but it is not allowed in NMG.
Vanilla preset forever.
Yeah, use that rando rules.
All right, there's 2 hammer hits on the Firehead.
Oh, and a rude dead rock right there.
Oh boy. Oh.
Okay, he's used half his magic already and is still in the first phase, so got to be very careful. Although, did buy that potion.
Yeah, so he'll be okay.
As we see, it's blue, and the ice does spray out, but it doesn't materialize on the floor. Scruff, so no boots still, taking the little shortcut with the fall back to the place where you entered the room.
So both of our runners need to do Turtle Rock. Both of them need to do Tower of Hera, or the Cold Stare up at the top of the Tower of Hera.
Top life, both moves there.
Yeah, Top Life definitely with an advantage here. Gonna be up the mountain to those 2 dungeons first. And has the boots. And I assume that Scruff will get them on his way to do Tower of Hera and Turtle Rock. But you know, the other advantage though, that half magic is non-trivial, as we were talking about.
It's huge.
Yeah, especially on Ganon.
I mean, even if you get the torch glitch on the first fire rod shot, you're still gonna have to have like perfect triples in order to not chug another magic. So if you fire 3 or 4 of them.
No, I think that you've got 8 shots. Perfect triples would get you 4 rounds.
Right. I was thinking he's on Master Sword. He's got to get 24.
But that's true. He's on So yes, in that case, you do need to be perfect. Since he's got.
I guess you definitely have to chug a magic.
Yes. So he'll have to keep that potion. I think he's getting half magic here.
Okay, he did remember. Okay, yeah, that's very good.
All right, this is really good for Top Life.
Great name pending fan. This is definitely what you want to see. Retreading his steps. And he'll buy a magic.
Tracy, I think Tracy is right. That no lamp is worse for the Master Sword Ganon fight than no half magic.
Yeah, especially if you don't get torch glitch. That's we don't practice. Speaking for myself here, but like a lot of people don't practice getting that torch glitch. Maybe these runners have because they know they're playing hard item pool and lamp's not guaranteed to show up. But it's a little bit of a trickier timing to get that first torch lit before the second one goes out on that Ganon fight. So what? Top Life's going up the mountain, got 2 crystals left, whereas Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna is in his 5th crystal. So basically what you're seeing here is the time difference as long as it's going to take Scruff to get to the point where Top Life is, which is, in my estimation, about a minute and a half. Okay, having that half magic, holding that wall to not drain the magic there, and using that sword, getting blind down.
That's go mode for Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna and Farm Friends, right around 1 hour and 27 minutes flat. Oh, did Scruff do the extended boomerang trick? Yes! I missed it.
Right, Scruff going to mirror. I don't know what safeties he has. Maybe a little stop off at the magic shop. It looks like he's got 1 green. I know he's got a fairy. That might be enough for him to just say, I'm going to go up the mountain. Got 2 crystals left. Now he's probably going to go to Hera.
Yep.
And get his boots along the way. Whereas we're going to see Top Life do Turtle Rock first, and then hopefully remember to beat Hera before going to the Ganon.
Slightly more efficient, I think, to do TR first because you get to climb up the mountain the faster way. That was.
I mean, Scruff avoided double climbing the mountain here, but he also beat 2 dungeons knowing where boots were and that he could get them. So I don't know what's the better way here. He also avoided a lot of boots checks. He avoided Dark Death Mountain so that he saved a climb overall. It might have been an overall time save if we had not had to walk back through Swamp again.
That's 2 small keys in Roller Room.
The Dream TR, let's go.
Let's go.
Just get me all the keys.
The Dream TR is not possible in non-keys modes because any Dream TR would let you key dash the Chain Chomps room.
That is true. It would just be more of a daydream where you can just steal the Poke
Yeah.
Key and run through Crystal Roller Room. Which today is going to have a crystal switch, but not a roller. So we'll see if it's what kind of crystal room it is today.
Bearlock asking me in chat, how long has Top had the boots? Top Life has had the boots for about maybe a little bit less than an hour.
Yeah.
So, pretty big time advantage.
He got them about 30 or 35 minutes.
That's worth about 6 minutes, I think.
And here using that Fire Rod and Half Magic. Yeah, Cold Stare pretty much easy here with Bombos and Sword and all that. And of course that map dropping. And Mr. Scruff Ninja 2 actually in Crystal lead for the moment, but is a little bit behind, I would say, on progression through this seed.
Yeah.
Now the difference is not insurmountable. There's a lot that can happen here.
Not. Yeah.
Randomizer is a cruel mistress.
It is, and we've also, of course, got Ganon's Tower basement routing as well.
Yeah, where's the big key?
I know that Tabby, one of Scruff's teammates, is in chat. What is Tabby? Do you know? Does Scruff have a GT route that he favors?
I would say if I was playing Randomizer, no matter what my normal mode is, I'm going to go left and then mirror out of Sulfos Room because there can just be random enemies in there and it'd just be easier to leave than it would be to actually to defeat those enemies and open up the room.
Hard disagree. I mean, I rando rush every time anyway, but I am especially rando rushing in Randomizer. And frankly, I would consider just like I'm going to do every check before I do the Ice Armos checks. Unless I know that there can't be a Trinex there.
Well, you could go, you know, the Pink Magician route, go to Stalfos Room, go to Compass Room, and then go full left. And are you saying you're going to check Tile Room before you do Ice Armos?
Yes. I am saying that. Especially on Master Sword? Come on.
Oh, and we got Top Life here. I didn't even see what was in Crystal Roller Room today. We'll see that later. Top Life is...
Top Life did not check it, yeah.
Has a key. Do you check Laser Bridge for a third sword?
I might, yeah.
Oh, and heads up, Top Life has played Randomizer, knows there can be spikes on that one tile wide bridge. Not checking Laser Bridge for a sword, though.
No, he is not. What do we have here? Didn't even find the compass, so not sure what we're running into here in the Trinex Arena. That is Lan Molus. So yeah, we have beaten 7 different bosses here.
That's actually pretty interesting that you don't see any repeats, and all the repeats are going to be in Ganon's Tower.
Well, not necessarily, right? They could be in one of the dungeons that we haven't used.
And Scruff does take a death, but has that fairy, so now he doesn't have that safety item when he's climbing Ganon's Tower.
I don't know why Top Life didn't just use the fire rod there. Instead did Perna. That was weird.
Half magic fire rod. You get the free magic refill after beating the boss. It's interesting. It was probably lost a cycle with something 10-ish seconds, but it's safe. I will say that.
Yeah, it's true. Safety is good. Much less scary Lionel Bridge.
And now he's focusing all his energy on remembering Demir here, although the tower wouldn't open if you hadn't anyway.
Yeah. Stop with those numbers. Not yet. No, these numbers are invalid. We do not have 7 crystals yet.
There's that butt blast you were talking about.
Hey.
Oh, the lag. Getting 1 more heart. 11.5 should do it. And let's see, it was Crystal Shadow Room? Okay, we're gonna check and see if this is a sword. It's our fourth key. It might have been Crystal Wallmaster room.
Yeah, I think Scruff checks Laser Bridge.
It looks like he's being a little bit more thorough for the end game here, saying, I need a little bit of help.
Yeah. With that is 7 crystals. And so get your numbers in really quickly, 1 through 22. This will be the shortest key game in living history.
Yeah, hurry up. Here's the numbers. 1, 2, 3. No, I'm not going to go through them all, but it's 1 through 22.
I'm a number 9 guy. Oh, it's Scruff skipping Laser Bridge.
All right, I'm going to go 10 just to oversee your bid by $1.
$1, Bob. Here we go. I'm surprised Scruff didn't do Laser Bridge here.
He probably assumed Top Life didn't do it either, so at worst he's going to have the same equipment.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose 30 seconds and then lose by like 29 seconds
Some rage
in the end
there.
game.
And time on the big key guessing game.
But so, a nice one-cycle landmo by Mr. Scruff.
Nice little time save. We have a bit of a race here, Dapper.
Yeah, this is very, very close. I mean, even this, you know, we have Top Life ahead a little bit, but these rooms can get tricky. We hope we don't have to see anyone redo the gauntlet or anything, but, you know, maybe someone does, maybe Scruff can make up a little time on clearing rooms faster. That's what you're hoping if you're a Farm Friends fan. And we're going to get that mirror after check number 5.
Number 5, the big key. We are headed up. Congratulations to Nishanu.
135.30. If Scruff goes left, you know, it's pretty close.
Pretty close. Yeah, be down to execution. Nishanu, congratulations. You win 1,207 internet points, the sum of our runners' rupee counts.
And then, of course, no.
Thank you, Veiled Fury, for this.
Oh,
up there. That's really nice.
That's great. And just a reminder, Game 3 of this series, the Open Finals, is happening in about 25 minutes, right after the conclusion of this match. No sooner than the conclusion of this match, I will say. Yeah, Scruff also going full left. He is about maybe a minute 10 behind. And of course, we'll talk about, you know, the difference in the lamp versus the fire rod. You know, if Top Life has to run through some magic and fill up potions, that'll take, you know, 4 or 5 seconds here or there. So it's a lot of time that Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna needs right now.
Yeah, and
Top Life hoping to hang on to this lead and get a 2-0 series lead for his team.
And Scruff with more potions, I believe.
He definitely used the fairy already, so gonna have to maintain his health a little bit. As we see, Top Life does have 1 blue and 1 fairy.
All right, and Top is pulling out that Bombos medallion here. Medallions never shine in random more than they do on an Randomizer gauntlet climb.
Top Life finding those shadows. I think there's 5 enemies in this room. Oh, just 4.
Just the 4.
Okay.
Yeah, just the 4.
Oh, and more shadows. They're like the easiest.
These guys suck so bad. I feel like the quality of an Randomizer seed. Most people are like, "Oh well, how many Lionels does it have? How many rollers does it have in dumb places?" For me, it's how many kill rooms have just nothing but those shadows in them. Oh, we got lag central here in the Landmo 2 spot as we see a Helmasaur King. Helma is pretty laggy already, and that Medusa in the lower left-hand corner does not help. Scruff is right on Top's heels.
That pendulum tail is very slow today.
So slow.
And Master Sword, that's 8 swipes. If you can get a hammer, it's 4 hits. We're gonna do some spins, which would only be 4 spins. And we've got that cape
One
equipped.
spin at least. That's exactly correct. Helma cannot... The nice thing about Helma in that room is that he can't shoot fireballs with the extra sprite on the screen.
So Scruff's basically behind by about one of these Helma fights, which was about a minute and a half, I think.
Oh, God. With the lag.
More shadows.
Yep, there you
Heads
go.
up use
That's
of that
the
ether.
play. You know you're getting a full magic refill here in a couple rooms, a couple of them. You know, just don't worry about your magic climbing up the gauntlet. You're gonna be fine.
He's gonna have to use fire rod here. He does not have the lamp, remember?
Plenty of
Oh, the
plenty
shadow
of magic,
actually
though.
eating that fire rod shot.
Yeah, he'll be fine though. Stop off here. Get this full magic.
Is Top Life gonna check the 4 chests up here?
I think you have to. I think not checking these chests is insane.
Yeah, when you don't have Tempered Sword. I agree.
Nothing in pre-Helma room. Does need to kill this Hinox for the key. Takes him down. Hinoxies died of 1 bomb. Good Randomizer tip there.
1 bomb that is not their own.
Yes. There's a Tempered Sword!
I mean, we checked so much. Where else could it be?
Never punished. And here's a muff. No, not a single repeat boss.
Oh, we had Moth in Eastern Palace.
Oh, we did have a moth. That's right. This is our one. So, so we didn't see a.
That was a pendant, though.
It was a pendant. No. Eastern was a pendant. You're right. You're right.
Oh, nice spikes right over here. Don't get too close on your
Moth tends to put spikes in whatever room that he's in. It's funny. Henopodes. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that Tempered Sword is huge because it's going to really lessen the effects of not having the magic. Excuse me, the lamp, and the magic usage will be not as risky.
Scruff, unfortunately, getting bunny beamed there, loses a little bit of time. I think this
Nice
is Top
triple.
Life's to lose.
Yeah.
Oh, just
And
misses
one.
a triple there.
Scruff also did get that Tempered Sword, of course, and there's the 6th hit onto Aga 2. And with that, basically NMG equipment, Top Life is going to be dropping into Ganon in just a few seconds.
Yeah, this is without minus the shields, minus the extra shield. This is an NMG loadout. If you are bad at NMG and get half magic like me. Scruff
And
also
Scruff got-
just missing the double triple.
Yeah, he got a triple, and then, well, it was he wasn't able to get it because it wasn't 3 reflective shots in that second phase, but
Yeah, it
did
was.
get 3, 2, 1. Oh, I missaw it then.
Yeah, one was just at a really tough angle.
Yeah, and here we are, phase 1 of Ganon. I think we're already into phase 2 now. Top Life
this
got a
one phase
magic
2 here.
spare.
All right, that is 13 hits there. Top Life just committing to using this blue potion.
Okay, one more hit for Top Life. I got to make sure we get Torch Glitch. He doesn't have a ton of magic, so
Does have
Pretty
that
close.
blue, I believe.
right, but might want to use it before.
There's
Get-
one nice one hit there. Does get Torch Glitch, big.
Yeah, that is crucial here in this fight, especially when it is very close. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna already on to phase 3 himself.
Oop, misses a spin there.
Yeah, well into phase 4 here. Getting set up for another triple. Light that torch right when Ganon's about to land.
Scruff also into phase 4. Gets a blue shot on Ganon, unfortunately. Gets a little bit late.
Oh, nice hit there.
That's
And
gonna
that
do
is
it.
12.
Get your GGs in chat for Top Life, putting his team in position to take these finals with one more win.
Yeah, that is 2 wins in this best of 5 series for Great Name Pending. And the third game, by the way, is coming up in 15 minutes as we have Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna also defeating Ganon at about 1:45, just coming in, maybe about 30 seconds behind. So he's going to cross this bridge at 1:45.11.
So the official times, Top Life winning with a 1:44.42, Scruff just under 30 seconds behind at 1:45.10. We are joined in the booth by Top Life GGs.
GG.
Your thoughts on the seed and race that you won?
This is probably one of my more of my poorer performances, so I don't feel like I deserve to win this at all.
Oh no. And we're joined by Scruff as well. GGs.
GG.
So a tough seed. Both of you, it finished obviously very, very close. Both of you ended up having to take a couple extra trips to bosses. That happened to both of you a couple of times. So no real advantage or disadvantage there, of course. I do have one question for Scruff. And that is, or I guess I have 2 questions for Scruff here. One is the back of escape. Like, what the heck?
I'm going to blame the fact that I ended up getting Dark World access while I was up on the mountain. Because typically, if I get a glove before, heading up the mountain, I will go ahead and check the back of escape. But the fact that I got that Dark World access in Hera, and I'm like, I'm already here. Let's just go to the Dark World. There's so much more stuff I can do. What are the chances that I'm going to need something in the back of escape? And
Never has anything.
of course. Now, what's funny is I was telling Top Life, one of my teammates, StabbyCat54, she lives about 15 miles away, and I swear to God, about 90 minutes in, probably about 80-ish, I could hear, like, in the faint distance, just this echo of, check, sewers, dumbass.
And of course, not getting that mirror meant that Top Life had those boots for about an hour. That you didn't have them. Did you? Once you got that mirror, what made you? How hard did you think about rushing up there to grab the boots before going into those other dungeons?
Honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that I had gotten that mirror so late and that I just given up entirely, I was like, screw it. If he went and got the mirror, say 20 minutes in the seat, he's had the boots for almost an hour more than I have. He's probably going to win anyway, so let's just go do dungeons. I'll get the boots on my way up there. And then lo and behold, I only lose by like 25 seconds.
Yeah, unfortunately. Top Life, now you guys were the higher seed, right? So you chose this mode, correct?
No, I think Farm Friends were.
No,
Farm
Farm
Friends
Friends was
Ooh,
because
boy.
we ended up getting a buy. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I chose this mode because I love it.
Good. Yes, me too. Top Life, how did you feel when you saw Hard Randomizer for today?
I picked Hard Randomizer previous round, so that went a lot better than this time. So.
All right. So yeah, fun race to watch. Ended up being quite close there. Both of you
I did-
getting bailed out a little bit by that tempered sword on the climb. Oh, that's another question that I have. Top Life about half magic.
Yeah, when did you remember that you had left that there?
I suddenly just, oh, it would be nice to have half magic, and then I started to think, wait a second. I know where half magic is. That was halfway to try next attempt to.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
both
both
of
of
you
you-
had to do that.
Right. Not sure if you were able to talk in the time in between the end of the race and now, but yeah, both of you double dipped Trinex and Swamp there, and I guess Top Life, you beat Moth in Eastern Palace because you had a nice magic supply and was able to get back there. And Scruff ended up doing Pendant Ice Palace, which you were able to avoid Top Life. So I guess both of you were able to go into all the way into a Pendant dungeon. I think Top Life you also avoided front of Desert as well. So just kind of go into your progression in crystals, but it was very, very fun to watch. Any thoughts for your teammates who are going to be kicking off here in about 10 minutes?
It's all on you, Tabby Cat. You carry the weight of the entire team. No pressure.
Yeah, as I think I'm hoping to be done with racing for a while, but at the same time I kind of love retrans co-op, so
Co-op reference. We want to see co-op reference for sure.
Yeah.
You know, no shade to Great Name Pending, but I'm going to be rooting for Tabby in the next race just because I want more rando. But best of luck to Tabby and Reeve in the next race. Go ahead and give both of our runners a follow, Mr. Scruff, Ninja Tuna, and Top Life. Appreciate you guys having on for the interview and enjoy Game 3. GG's to both of you.
GG.
GG.
Dapper, as always, a delight.
Definitely, sir. This was a great league as a viewer, as a runner, as a person behind the scenes as well. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us, and good luck to the teams in the next race.
And thanks to Slowpoke, who was our tracker. And stick around right here on Speed Gaming Prime. We will be have the next race, Breve versus Tabby Cat in casual boots, holding the gate. So they will be on here in just a minute. Stick around here, right here on Speed Gaming Prime for Game 3 of the Open League Finals for Dapper, for Slowpoke, for Scruff, for Top Life, for everybody here at Speed Gaming. Thank you all very much for joining us here on this race. Stick around for game number 3. Bye-bye.